Good morning, and we are at the start of day 3. Day 2 went amazing, killed legs in the gym. Diet was perfect, only 1,600 calories, but it was right on, got the cardio in, amazing day. So today's the start of day 3. We're about ready to head into the gym. We've got pre-workout I'm gonna put down real quick here. Today we got shoulders and forearms. Shoulders, we're gonna start with the Arnold press. Now, at my age and just being careful, it takes me quite a while to warm up my shoulders. Thank goodness I've never suffered a major injury lifting, but my shoulders are not the best, and it takes me quite a while to get them warmed up, and it's always better to use some caution. I'd like to stay in this game for a lot longer if I could, so stretching and really getting a good warm up is really important for muscle groups like the shoulder, chest, your knees, things like that. So start with the Arnold press, a couple good warm-up sets after warming up my shoulders, and after the Arnold press we're going to follow it up with the dumbbell lateral raises for the side delts, and then I'm going to follow that up with the machine flies for the rear delts. 5 sets of each. With forearms, I'm going to be hitting the behind the back wrist curls to start that off. I'm going to follow that up with seated wrist curls, 5 sets of each of those. So it's going to be an amazing workout at the gym. I hope you guys are staying focused, doing what you need to do. I think mornings are always tough. I'm not a morning person, and it's hard to just get going in the morning, but once you get some of this down, you know, kind of wakes me up and really gets the day going. So yeah, I'm ready for the gym. I have to say, all in all, hey, we're only to day 3, but you know, the excitement's still there, the motivation's strong, but you know, the time's coming soon after a week or 2 where it starts to fade off a little bit, and that's where that willpower and perseverance, having those strong goals, keeps you going, you know, because sometimes initially you don't see a whole lot of results right from the get-go, and it takes a little bit to see those things, and you got to just keep pushing through that, knowing that your body is going to change and amazing things are going to happen. So you just got to stay focused. You got to keep pushing through those difficult times where maybe you're not seeing as much as you would like, but believe me, you stick with it, it is coming. Hey, just got back from the gym not too long ago. It was a great workout session. Hit shoulders and forearms. I'm going to be doing calves a little bit later. And cardio time is coming up here shortly. And, at the gym, I was actually really surprised today. Today is Monday, January 2nd for me. And I was, this is the first Monday of the new year. I was expecting to walk into the gym and just seeing all these New Year's resolution people in there and just have a bunch of people in there. And it just wasn't the case. The gym was empty. Now, on a selfish note, I like that. I got all the equipment to myself, but something inside, it was just depressing. Normally they'll last a week or two or whatever, but at least they're trying. And now it seems like no one even cares anymore. Just so many people have given up. Don't let that be you. Don't give up. You gotta go for it. Just because it's hard doesn't mean you can't do it. Anything of any value is going to be difficult. You got to make that commitment and go out there and make it happen for yourself. So, man, that was just wild. I just totally didn't expect that. So, a little bit depressing, but you know what? That ain't going to be me. That ain't going to be you. Hopefully you have big goals and dreams for how you want your physique and body to look, and hopefully you know what it takes to get out there and do it. It's not going to be any little pill or some kind of magic thing that's going to do it for you. It's going to be good diet and hard work. That's the way everything comes of value. Don't be skipping anything. Stick to your diet, stick to your lifting routine, get that cardio in here, and pretty soon you're going to start watching your body transform before your very eyes. All right, you know what time it is. It's cardio time. So 15 minutes, let's just get it done. All right, there we go. Nice 15 minutes, got a good sweat going. Pretty tired, not gonna lie. 6 days lifting in a row. Starting to wear on me a little bit. Tomorrow's a rest day from lifting. No rest days for cardio, so no excuses, just gotta get it done. While I was sitting here walking, I was thinking, one of my subscribers, GN Workstation, he brought up an interesting point that I wanted to elaborate on a little bit. He was commenting on how I train while cutting calories in a deficit, like while I'm cutting versus bulking, and the amount of reps and weight I use. A lot of people are under the assumption that when you're bulking, putting on muscle, you're invariably going to go heavier and use less reps. Where, in my opinion, the exact opposite is true. Now, let me preface this by saying everybody's body is different and responds to different things. But I believe in general, when it comes to really bulking, you will get better results if you can lighten up the weight and increase the reps. This is only under the assumption that you can push your body past that pain threshold that's required to really activate hypertrophy, keeping that tension on. I personally believe most people don't have the ability to push past the pain barrier because your mind is always going to fail before your body does. But if you can push the limits of your body and get those rep ranges in the 15, 20, 25 to where it's just on fire. You have to think of it as like there's a gun to your head and you're going to get blown away if you just can't do one more rep. Like every single set you have to approach with that intensity. Lifting heavier weights with less reps is easier. Yet it's more taxing on the body and you can get tremendous results from it. But when you fail, you fail. If you're going lighter and really pushing the limits of your body and you start squeezing out 20 plus reps, you're gonna get better growth. I definitely know it's the case with me. So as I decrease in calories, my actual weight is going to go up and the reps go down. And the main reason being for this is I just won't have enough fuel in the tank to push past those extremely painful reps. So I will increase the weight, decrease the reps to kind of preserve muscle as the cut gets more and more severe. With no carbs in the system, it really gets hard to crank out a true 20 to 25 rep
failure. So that's kind of my approach to it. There's a lot of science that goes both ways. Personally, for my own body, I noticed that I get better muscle growth if I can increase that pain and increase the reps. So just something to chew on. Always find what works best for you. Stick with that. And hey, just get it done, man.
All right, it's approaching late afternoon and I am starving.
Let me in, I'm starving.
And it's still a good couple hours before it's time for me to eat. And, you know, this brings up a good point because even just after a few days, this is where some of the hunger can really start messing with people's minds. And your mind is going to find all kinds of ways to speak lies, to justify why it's okay to eat and quit what you're doing. You know, it's around this time that that horrible phrase, oh, I'd rather be fat and happy crap. Let me tell you something, if that comes out of you, I'm gonna slap the taste out of your mouth through this camera somehow. Get that poison out of your mind. Don't make the fatal error of mistaking short-term pleasure for long-term happiness, okay? An hour of pleasure versus the 23 hours of misery, depression, anxiety, lack of self-esteem, and whatever else comes with being fat and unhealthy isn't worth that, okay? I don't know what kind of guerrilla math people are doing, but those numbers don't add up. Have the resolve and discipline to pay the price to get lean and healthy, and you will experience the long-term joy, peace, and happiness that comes in no other way. Guess what time it is? Dinner time. And this may look familiar if you've watched some of my previous videos, but this is well over 7 pounds of food. We got a big fat grapefruit, nice apple, over a pound of carrots and celery, 4 pounds of cucumber, and about 1.5 pounds egg white omelet with some vegetables and a little bit of cream cheese. And oh my gosh. Now let me tell you something. If you look at your dinner and it looks something like this, as in real food, healthy food, and this doesn't make you hungry, let me tell you, you ain't hungry. Okay? If you're craving junk food and all this stuff and this doesn't just make you ravenously excited and like myself, my eyes are ready to pop out of my head, I cannot wait to dig into this. And I'll tell you why, because I'm actually hungry. And when you actually start craving real food, actual healthy food, you know you're making progress. So I can't talk anymore. I got to get into this and we'll see you soon. All right, the night is coming to a close and end of day 3 is at hand. I have to say that was the most filling 900 calories I've ever had in my life. I don't know if it was the grapefruit that pushed it over the edge. I still have 700 calories to play with and I don't even know what I want to eat. That was an amazing dinner. Wasn't particularly tasty, but it was very filling and provided my body what it needed. So gonna have a little bit more protein and maybe a little something else. So yeah, amazing day 3. Feel great. This momentum, oh my gosh, like it's happening. I mean, I'll tell you, this is already done in my mind. Just like when I decided to lose over 100 pounds, that moment I knew it was done. This 12-week body transformation, it's in the bag. I'm just going through the motions. I've committed, I've decided, and I'm just gonna follow it through to the end. So I hope you guys have made a similar commitment and I can't wait to continue on this journey with you guys. It's absolutely incredible. So gonna get some sleep and get to start it all over again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, you can lose weight and still eat great. We'll see you soon.